Hello everyone, this is Lorena, and I'm back with another video for Vanguard Zero. It's time for the shutdown art to continue. I haven't done my daily duels for the day. I will just ignore the tournament on some days, just because I don't have the time to care too much. I can care too much later, okay? There'll be other tournaments. Seriously. I don't have time for this one. A game is shutting down this one. I want to appreciate it while it's still around. Stand up, Vanguard. Time for further appreciation. Although I am not yet going to... Apparently, I'm not yet getting to card fight. Whatever that means. So... I think I'm starting to approach the climax of this season. Give me a second. Okay, there's that. Okay, yeah, there's... Man. There are a lot of these. Okay, I guess we're going into backstory information now. Okay, when do I get to actually card fight? Okay, in chapter 55, there is one card fight. Okay, what about the other chapters? There are 3 card fights in chapter 57. Okay, so there are 3 card fights in chapter... Okay, well, let's continue then. Apparently, I get a break from card fights for a while. I'm interested in how this plays out. Oh, let's continue. Obviously, if there's no card fight, I can't card fight. I honestly forgot how the rest of this plays out. But it appears that something is going to happen. Okay. And let's begin. I write Brawler, Big Bang / Dragon. In the Sanctuary, that judgment possesses a special power. If you lose the fight, you'll also lose all your memories of Aichi again. To be honest, I'm terrified of losing. But I ain't gonna lose. I ain't gonna lose. No way am I going to lose. Naoki, it doesn't matter how many times you repeat that. If you're going to lose, you're going to lose. You can't convince yourself it's not going to happen if it is. Trust me, Naoki, I know it sounds stupid, but I know that quite well. It's honestly very depressing now that I think about it. Just trying to fight the knowledge that I'm probably screwed. Yeah, I've probably had one too many card fights to get... Wait a minute. Hold on a second. What? No way am I gonna lose. You seem to be nervous. Well... Naoki, don't show your enemy fear. He'll see it. Don't do this. What if he doesn't have emotional intelligence? He might be predatory. Like certain plants. What? Show him your fat... What? I don't understand what's going on inside my brain. I know how you feel. After all, if you lose, you'll lose your memories of Aichi. Shut up! That ain't gonna... Still, that level of nervousness is nothing compared to all the fights I've been through. Oh god, guys, we're about to hear about this guy's privilege. What? In a certain South American country, there's a clan of large landowners. Okay, we don't need to hear about this privilege of yours. I say as I'm American and I've got a lot of privilege. Why do I have privilege, though? Like, I'm basically useless when I don't... Whatever. I don't understand my country. I don't understand its history. I don't understand why it hasn't learned anything from a pandemic. I don't understand anything. I don't understand the meaning of privilege. I don't, because mine is so temporary. And when I'm about to die, my skin color is going to be meaningless anyway. Especially when I'm starving and I can't feed myself because I don't have the money to support myself. And also, I don't have enough money to eat food. And the last time I used money, it was spent on rent. And then I was trying to get medication and I didn't have room for... Yeah, I know, it's a depressing future. I'm trying to get over it. I'm trying to change my future! So shut up, Zone! In a certain South American country, there's a clan of large landowners. That's the Serra family, and I'm one of them. Nobody cares! You're just another privileged asshole. The name of my family is familiar to anyone who lives in South America. Okay. Alright. Sure. I mean, I certainly have never even been to that continent, but I'm just like, it still sounds like privilege to me. I mean, he has a butler. That's like the marker of privilege. Our clan is one of the wealthiest in South America. One of the wealthiest is definitely privilege. However, wealth mows down a kind heart and leaves the seed of desire in its place. Shion disagrees! Why? Moving on. Within my clan, there was family infighting half the time. Oh, how bad for you. How bad. You must have had such a hard life. A long time ago, situations like that ended up in duels to the death. But they don't do that these days. Okay. Then you're not dealing with the difficulty of your past. Now family squabbles are resolved with vanguard fights. Okay, that's better than having to fight to the death. You don't know the pain of your ancestors. That way, no one dies directly. You'd think it's not a savage way, right? Okay, I'm going to be fair for a second. Competition actually can ruin you. It can completely destroy you from the inside, I know. But I think there's a special kind of... asshole that is developed when there's this kind of environment. In a certain competitive environment, you'll get people that are competitive and successful at it. And you get people that just don't have any redeeming qualities at all. Unfortunately, I cannot say that Serra is one of them, because he does have a redeeming quality. And I'm not going to even say what it is because I hate his guts. And unfortunately for me, it may be easy to tell what I'm talking about. Why? I mean, look at him. What? You don't understand? Yeah, anyway, moving on. That way, no one dies directly. You'd think it's not a savage way, right? I've watched Reigns, dude. I've watched Reigns! Except the person who loses is declared dead to the family. I suppose you could call it a social death. Okay, well that sucks. How can you have a family like that and even have it as a family? That's just not healthy. And that's a terrible environment to live in. In that kind of fight, the winner takes everything that the loser has. Of course, that includes the loser's entire fortune. But their social standing and honor are all uprooted. Of course, that includes the loser's entire fortune. But their social standing and honor are all uprooted. Okay, you look old enough to move out. You're not even you went to Japan. Like, how did you get to Japan if you don't have privilege that allowing you to be there? A dueling like that amongst blood relatives gives rise to an untold amount of suffering and stress. I'm sure you can't imagine it. I'm sure you can't imagine being unable to enjoy anything for the rest of your life. You don't know anything about true suffering and stress. And you know why? Because if you did, you wouldn't be here. Have some empathy, you ass. However, I survived those fights with my own talent. My talent as a fighter. Oh yeah, and then your personality just went to hell, didn't it? Your personality became trash. You are nothing but a fool. And amongst my opponents, there was someone like you. What? The type of person who becomes inflamed with passion and charges head on. Just like you, he fought as if expressing his overflowing feelings. Just like you, he fought as if expressing his overflowing feelings. He went down on his knees then and there, and never did he get back up again. I'm going to see to it that you follow the same fate. The enemies I fought were much stronger than you. Who freaking cares about your opinion? At least Naoki has a personality and you're just an ass. If you know pain and suffering, you don't want it to happen to other people. Unless you're just a complete asshole. And you are, but honestly, it's disgusting that people that suffer are going to think that other people should suffer too. Like what? No, that's not how this world works. No. I'm a bitch. I'm gonna call you out when I see someone that's deserving of being called out. You hear that, Serra? I don't give a shit about your privilege, your wealth, anything. I just care about people's well-being. And I don't actually care about yours because you have no... I think you're lost for life, you know? I don't think there's a way to save you. You're too old for that, so I guess I had to wait until you're reincarnated or some shit. But do I care if you're reincarnated or not? I'm not even there. And yet, I beat them and made them vanish, one by one. So this is the end already, eh? A fighter like you has no chance against someone like me, who's conquered death many times. Oh, you think you've conquered death, huh? And then don't you dare try to inflict it on others. You should know how sacred life is. You don't just take life because you think you've conquered death. Because one day, death will conquer you and take your life will be taken from you. One day, death will conquer you. It will capture your soul. And then, if there's no afterlife, you'll just be dead. You'll just be dead. By the way, I believe in an afterlife. I just don't believe in the afterlife that everyone around me does. And what do I mean by that? I don't want to say, because one of my enemies could be listening to this right now. I am not serious. Although, if someone wants to officially declare themselves, if someone wants to declare themselves my enemy, then by all means, in the comment section, say it. But I wouldn't take you seriously, so I doubt anyone would, in all seriousness. Although, if you are serious about it, then I don't want to hear about it. But I guess I will anyway if you're that serious. I know people like that. I know people that are so toxic they are willing to do anything to one another. I know there are people so toxic that they are willing to do anything to destroy another person's life. I don't just mean fiction either. No. I mean actual people that can be confirmed to physically exist. I know about one such person that has recently gotten into some drama. But this isn't a drama channel, so I'm not going to say that person's name. Unless, of course, there's someone in this series that somehow happens to share that name. In which case, I don't know. I don't think there is. I don't remember anyone by that name. Although Serra does come pretty close to being as bad. Not as bad though, because I don't think he's. I think he was just. I don't know. He's just he's too much of a stereotype in my opinion. Yeah, that's my problem. He's a stereotype. A fighter like you has no chance against someone like me, who's conquered death many times. You must have had some awesome fights, huh? I see. I may fall short of your enemies, maybe, but... Did the emulator just freeze? Did the emulator just freeze in the middle of the... Well, that's interesting. I mean, you may understand... Oh, God. Shut up, Serra! You don't get to argue with me! You don't get to argue with me, though it is interesting that the emulator froze while inside of an icy prison. Yeah, things freeze inside of icy prisons. Kind of interesting that it froze like that. Because it almost seems like Serra was responding to me. What? I have to make these at least somewhat entertaining. If I'm too logical, I'm just going to get too annoyed. No one has time for that. So, Serra, if you want to defend yourself, then prove to the audience that you're not trash. You're going to fail horribly, aren't you? Oh, too bad. I don't care about you. I mean, you're an ass. Why would I care about you? You're the wrong kind. You don't care about anyone but yourself. And you probably stay that way until your painful death. Which is when, I don't know, your life isn't told in that level. Your story isn't portrayed to that level of depth. And I think the planet is better off without your story. Because you're just trash. And I know I shouldn't just say that he's actually trash without explaining myself, but I mean, I need to have some decency somewhere, okay? You guys will learn. You guys will learn everything. It will be painful. For him, that is. Don't hurt someone if you aren't prepared to be hurt back. Just saying. Although you may notice that I'm not talking bad about the other Quattro Knights. And there's a reason for that. But we'll get to that part at some point. I'm not sure when, but we'll get there. I assume it will be, either tonight or tomorrow, but probably past midnight, which technically means tomorrow by an obvious measurement. Although I don't know when this video is going to be uploaded. I don't know when G-Era will be uploaded either. But when I'm finally starting on G-Era videos, that will be a relief. It will mean I'm at least partially done. At the very least, it appears I will get to G-Era. And I do realize that it's not as... hold on a second. You did see... You did respond to me. Okay. It responded. It took way too long. Okay, I think I understand how the sound mixer works. No, I don't. I lied. I don't understand anything about Microsoft. After all these years of me being alive, you haven't perfected anything? Dear God, Microsoft, you're a failure. Actually, I can't say that. I can't say that. Microsoft is full of rich people. Like, Windows is everywhere. I can't say that Windows... It's a success. It's a financial success. It's just not true that it's... Well, anyway. I'm sure they're morally bankrupt to some extent. But that's basically the worst I can get. I can go. And obviously, if someone's morally bankrupt, they don't care about my opinion. So, you know... I can't believe that Emulator froze inside of the frozen prison! That is just insane! And what a lovely coincidence, I'm sure. Okay, He really likes to talk, doesn't he? About how superior he is. Okay, hold on. Okay, hold on a second. I'm going to, I need some water. I need some water, man. And before I forget. I see. I may fall short of your enemies, maybe, but one thing, when there is no ego in the heart, there are no doubts. Huh? One thing, if there are no mistakes in the heart, there is no fear of anyone. Ishida, at a time like this, come to think of it, I've heard that before. Oh. Is this an actual writer in Japan? Like, or is it maybe a historical figure? I didn't get to learn Japanese history in high school. Or school at all. The most I heard about it was during World War II. Thanks, government. Destroying my passion and my creativity. I will bring it back! All of it! Oh, right. I'm still recording a video. Okay, anyway, moving on. It was Suji Kenshin, right? It was Suji Kenshin, right? It was Suji Kenshin, right? I mean, it sounds like something someone actually said here at some point. One thing. If there are no clouds in the heart, one becomes calm. That helps me relax when I'm fighting a tough opponent. That helps me relax when I'm fighting a tough opponent. I'm going to re-pronounce those lines. When there is no ego in the heart, there are no doubts. If there are no mistakes in the heart, there is no fear of anyone. If there are no clouds in the heart, one becomes calm. I recognize my opponent's strength and fight with my own strengths and weaknesses. Leon told me about that when he was training me. I don't have the kind of fighting experience you do, but I got an important goal. My goal is to beat all of you Quattro Knights and get Aichi out of here. I don't care how strong you are. I'm definitely going to win this. I won't let you get by me. Since I accepted Aichi's invitation to become one of the Quattro Knights, I will not let you get by. Jerk, what was that you just said? Aichi invited you? That's right. As a member of the Quattro Knights, it's my duty to protect Aichi. Aichi told you that? That's correct. I survived my family's internal strife and thought I would utilize my strength in a different way. So I entered the South American circuit and won. However, lying in wait for me was the Link Joker affair, which you people know all about. Even in South America, one reversed fighter after another appeared, sowing the seeds of chaos. I got in the middle of it and somehow brought it under control. Oh, do you want brownie points now, Serra? Just for doing something that was good? Do you think that you should be complimented now? I don't know where Aichi learned about me, but he paid me a visit himself. What? He reached out to leading fighters all over the world, searching for the right people to protect his sealed self. He invited Gaylord, Ratty, Nev, and me. I knew of Aichi before as a fighter, but what I hadn't known was that Aichi himself brought an end to the war with Link Joker. I listened to him talk and became fascinated. I'd never met anyone like him in my life, and here he was, standing before me. I could put my family's war in the past and start living a new life. That was the choice he gave me. He won me over, and I became a member of the Quattro Knights. Seek mates! Seek mate! Warrior of the seas that is revived from the bottom of the dark abyss. Line up and show me your mighty power. Legion! Legion's skill, be revived, see strolling Banshee. See strolling Banshee's skill. Is he playing... I almost cannot believe this. Did he switch clans or am I just imagining it? What? Hold on. You can't just switch clans like that, you bastard. You'll misuse it for things that you shouldn't use it for. Like winning, which is dangerous because you're a safety threat. I'm not sure what kind yet because I have to remember exactly why I hate you so much. But dear God, let me see what clan that card is from. Even though I'm pretty sure I already know the answer. I'm pretty sure, though, that I'm gonna go to his page. Yes, I'm going to his page. I want to see the clans he uses. Wait a minute, hold on a second. I was Google searching instead of what I was trying to type in. Okay, I'm scrolling down. Okay, so he uses Neo Nectar and Grand Blue. Okay. Interesting. I didn't know he used both of them. And he actually has a third one, but I'm not going to say what it is. I'm not going to say what it is because I'm pretty sure that I've forgotten something in regards to that. But that is one of the reasons that I'm insulting him specifically. And the other 3 Quattro Knights aren't actually as bad to me. Yes, they've caused great pain, but there is a reason that I'm mainly targeting just this guy for being an ass. He does more than just being an ass. He goes far, far. He goes much further than that. But I forgot how he does it, so I guess I'm gonna have to find out. Say strolling Banshee's skill. Peanut Grizz goes to the soul. A new Banshee is revived. I don't like when I'm card fighting against Grand Blue. I hate when something I killed comes back. People know this from my People know this from my... The video is so long. This is your fault, Sarah. I'll be right back.